Good. Good.
Do you expect Sigi back by Thursday?
Can I answer his question first? Training went well. Today was fitness day. We wanted to get some work. We wanted to open the legs up. Dave is very smart at what he does. So we talked about just playing bigger and that play it forward game and stuff like that, just to get the legs opened up, because yesterday was regen. So today, with the day off coming on Wednesday, we needed to make sure that they got some work in. They got the work in.
Do you expect Sigi back by Thursday?
That is a question that I can't answer. Partly because I don't know, and more importantly, that's up to Sigi and the people in the front office. I think what's important for me is that Sigi gets back to full health. That's absolutely paramount for all of us. And the messaging, whatever happens, that's up to Sigi in the front office.
Sure.
Y'all are in touch. I mean, to some degree,
we talk every day. We talk every day. So.
This organization stresses community and being there kind of for each other. How great is it that when someone in your organization is in a time of need, that they have you to fall back on here for the coaching side of it, and that you guys are there for each other?
I think it's great. I think that comes from Adrian. I think way back when in the USL days when he first took over, he had to cut a bunch of guys' salaries that were making okay money by the A-League standards back then. And what he said when we were negotiating with those players, we said, look, we're going to have to cut your salary, but we're going to under-promise and over-deliver. And I think that spreads throughout the organization, that we like to surround ourselves with good people and good human beings. And, some of you guys might not think that way, that I'm a good human being all the time, my kids, my wife included, but at the end of the day, we're all good people and we care. I think that's the message we want to get across. We care.
Even with all of that, and I know that you want Sigi back and wish him well and all that, but is this reminding you? Is being head guy kind of fun a little bit?
Sure, it's fun to train with the guys. Look, if you asked me in 2002 if I would have ever had a chance to coach arguably the best player that the U.S. has ever produced, I would have said, you guys are crazy. If you guys would have asked me in 2002 that I'd be able to coach world-class players, Oba, Ivanchitz, Valdez, I'd say you guys were all crazy. So yes, Dawn, it's fun, it's enjoyable, it keeps me young.
After 2 solid wins under their belts this last couple of weeks, have you seen increase in these guys' confidence, or how they're taking the field, or overall morale at all?
The overall morale is great. So what we're attempting to do is make sure that as a team progresses in the last 6 games of the year plus playoffs, and however the dust settles, that they understand that all of the work that they did from preseason, they're the ones that have done the hard work. So they're the ones that should reward themselves for all that hard work. And let's not miss this opportunity to stay really focused and tight and together, because they're the ones that come here and they worked hard today, and they're tired. And then they got to do weights in the afternoon. So if you're putting all that work in, let's reward ourselves for that work. So absolutely, they're in a good spot. The team's in a good spot. And we'll just see where everything, falls out.
How beneficial is it that, back to kind of Sigi and you and your relationship and your coaching styles, that you guys are similar and so in sync, so that there really is no drop-off, there's no change for these guys with the kind of unknown situation right now?
Yeah, we're both German.
That's what I meant, obviously.
Yeah. We're both German. Look, being around Sigi for a long time, I've certainly learned a lot. I have my own ideas. We're pretty compatible. We've won a lot of games together, so there's not a massive change when I take training. It might be a subtle change here or there. I think Ante's come in and done a good job. I think Tommy Dutra is the best goalkeeper coach in the league, so they have a lot of familiarity already. Dave's been here for the duration, so it's not massive changes. It's just subtle changes, just based on the differences that Sigi and I have, but they're small.
It looked like Clint headed off early. Were you planning on just kind of having him limited today?
He was all in training, and then his hamstring's a little tight. So the important thing is Saturday. So we're not going to take any chances with any of the injured guys. We need them to play Saturday.
For the little bit that the three DPs were sharing the field the other night, what did you think of them meshing, and is that probably the logical way for them to line up positionally going forward?
We haven't solved that yet. It was exciting. I was very happy that all three of them were out on the field at the same time, and I think it's just a preview of how good this team can be. Now, Nelson obviously got the stuff beat out of him. He's got a bad wheel, so that hindered things. So that's kind of prevented some of the stuff we want to try here on the training field. But on Thursday, I'd be able to answer that a little more clearly as to lineups and all that sort of stuff. But there's no set way where those guys are going to play here, here, and here. They're too good for that. I mean, who am I to tell those three guys what to do offensively? Don? I mean, really?
A bad wheel, is it an ankle thing or what?
No, he just got kicked in the calf. Part of it was the game against Portland, and the other part of it was that sliding tackle that he saved when he blocked that shot in the later stages against Toronto. The guy, smashes into his calf, so that leg is taking a beating.
Sure.
Is he questionable at all for this weekend?
No, I expect him to play.
As a guy who's been here from the start and before the start, y'all have seen the last of Buckshaw. Do you have any particular Buckshaw memories?
Only bad ones. I mean, I don't want to bring up names that can't defend themselves, but James Riley, red card, we lose 4. Who else? We haven't had tremendous luck at Buckshaw. Well, actually, I take that. Oh, shame on you. I think one year we clinched the playoffs down there in Buckshaw when Roger Levesque got in on the back post on a header, and I think we clinched that one year. You guys probably remember that better than I do, but I think so. Good and bad. Good and bad.
And San Jose has seemed to have a little bit of your guys' number in recent years here. What is it about that team and about their style that maybe gives you guys a little bit more trouble than most?
Well, I don't know, because Don just took them over. So, I mean, okay, if you want to talk about the 2 this year, okay, Brad had a couple mistakes. It was hard to play. It was a red card. I was coaching that game. All those factors aside, yes, they beat us at home. It's irritating. I think we have some how do I want to say that? We're going to take a little revenge on that because we don't like to lose at home. Second game, I thought they played well. I mean, they played well. So obviously we're going to try and use what we've learned in some of those games. Obviously Godoy's come in and been a big part for them. We have some new players. So although the history might point at something, I think the two teams are subtly different enough that it might be a different game.